Hello and welcome. Give me a moment to set up before we begin this review, including moving the microphone closer to my mouth. Live review of Boom. So much easier than opening the console and typing things and so on. Life is easier with automation. Although the level of automation from DALL-E is really what which is kind of relevant to all this art that we're looking at in this. I mean, I don't know if you're not familiar with DALL-E, I recommend googling a little bit about it. It's typed like it's written. I'll type it in the chat. It's DALE. Just recently, if you didn't see my tweets, it generated some really interesting stuff for me. Some wombats. Look, this is a wombat. This is a swombat doing his charts in the savannah. This is generated by a computer based on a phrase saying wombat with long hair, looking at charts on a computer. Amazing. Anyway, this is not why we're here. We're here to review Milady Maker, which is a very different kind of generative art, I guess. So let's get started. First of all, as usual, a really important disclaimer that this is not a fair review. This is not an in-depth review. It's a relatively quick review over about 20-30 minutes. In order to do, if there is such a thing as a fair review, which I don't think there actually is, because every review is going to be subjective. At least you'd want to speak to the founders, research the project in depth and so on. The purpose of these reviews is not to figure out whether I like the project or don't like the project or whatever. It's to get an insight into my thinking, or not that my thinking is particularly extraordinary, but getting to see how somebody else evaluates a project can give you ideas about how to evaluate projects yourself to improve your ability to decide whether you want to invest in stuff. So don't necessarily care about whether I like the project or not. It's more like, the kind of steps that I go through, which I'll be trying to refine those steps and make them more systematic for this course that I'm going to be doing with NAS Academy. But for now, I'm just doing these reviews and sort of making my way through these projects. Jumping into the review, immediately looking at this site, the first thing I get is that this has got a very sort of basic vibe. It's not trying to be a flashy website. I think this is music. I played it earlier when I was, there's some music that plays it's just music. It's got a kind of really the HTML and stuff is pretty basic. Like, this is a website that could exist. I mean, it's a bit neater than it would exist in the late 90s, but it doesn't use that much. Like, maybe the background, the faded background at the back is the only innovation compared to the late 90s. So, as usual, waste the time at the top saying it's a collection of 10,000 PFPs with neo-chibi aesthetic inspired by street style vibes, which doesn't tell us very much about whether this is worth buying, unless that's all it is. Avatar first design, generative NFT header. Let's have a look at this. What is this about? Oh, this is later on the page, so we'll look at that later. Chain role function, randomized cosmetics are organized in different style themes. Is this also something later? Yes, it is also something later. Graded for drip. Ranked pages on a variety of weighted metrics. What the hell is that? A drip score based on the overall stylishness. Okay. Fine, I guess. New GB aesthetic. This is a digital painter. Milady Sonora, who has 2 followers. Okay, interesting. And Milady Village members only Discord community and designated launchpad for expansions of the Milady project, such as generative NFT banners and mixtape series. Okay, and it's a private Discord, I guess, but we might try to join it later. We'll see. It's minted out, so why do you bother telling me this? Let's have a look at what it's trading at on OpenSea. Just get a sense of how people. 1.3. Wow. So people are really valuing this thing somehow. I'm not like, let's try and figure out why. Like, it doesn't give us any more information here in the OpenSea description. It just says it's a 10,000 PFP collection. Owning a Milady NFT gives you access to highly customized Minecraft server and exclusive to the Milady community, featuring NFT gated land plots and regular community events. Okay, let's have a look at the white paper here. And there's a starter guide as well. What it is like. An experimental project is the nature of online socialization, emergent virtual spaces of immersion and embodiment therein. Okay. I mean, that's a big dump of information. Like, before, like, any kind of sensible individual, before reading a paper that's as in depth as this, assuming it is in depth, but I think it probably is, would want to have a reason why they should be reading this. And right now, this website has given me no reason why I should invest time reading 40 pages of white paper documentation. Illustrated guide. That's just how to join Minecraft, basically. And so there's a kind of Minecraft server. Like I've said before, I think that the metaverse is probably 5 to 10 years away, and I'm very dubious as to whether it's going to look like a Minecraft server. So I'm not entirely convinced that this is that valuable from my perspective. I don't think that's a very strong utility. Obviously, they've written 40 pages about this, so they must believe that there's something worthwhile here. Why Minecraft community? Why now? There's a general consensus of the Remilla Collective and the Milady community that virtual reality is the future of social networks, business, politics, and culture. I mean, it might be. I kind of hope not, but it's possible that it is. But even if it is, why would it be a Minecraft server? Society, and why would it be soon enough for this project to be relevant? It might be that, yes, you're right, that virtual reality is the future of social networks, business, politics, and culture in 30 years. That statement can be true, but way too early. Time of writing, no single VR engine platform exists with the collective familiarity, ubiquity, and freedom of Minecraft. Yeah, but nobody's gonna swap Discord for Minecraft. I'm sorry, but like, it sucks as a way to actually interact with people throughout the day, especially Minecraft with VR goggles. I mean, what kind of that sounds awful. Video call experience with these undignified displays of the human face. I mean, it's not undignified. It's just a video call. It's very idealistic, this project, it seems. And very committed to the whole Minecraft thing. I'm not convinced. And it seems, I mean, that so far this is the only value that they're suggesting or the only utility they're suggesting is attached to this. Let's keep scrolling down. So the style themes. Okay, drip grade, we saw that earlier. So Milady NFT banners, some NFT header photo series are available to mint only to Milady NFT owners. Okay, so some banners, mixtapes, VR tube, ready-made for live 2D rigging such as VR tube avatars. That could be useful to some people who want to use this, maybe. I mean, again, that doesn't seem super useful to me, but some people might like to do this as part of their kind of anon thing. It's kind of a chicken and egg situation though, because if Milady Maker takes off and becomes a cultural phenomenon, then having one of those as a VR tube avatar might be valuable to some people, to people who have YouTube channels and want but that's a really niche product, people who want to have a YouTube avatar, want it to be live 2D rigged, and don't want to be themselves, don't want to show. Most YouTubers want to show their faces. That's my experience anyway. Um, okay, and they have some bucket hats. Where's the Rumelia Collective? Some sort of weird site. Okay. Oh my god. Is those Island Boys? Okay, yeah. Right. I mean, I'm struggling a little bit to find stuff to comment positively on here. Um, in terms of value, like I think my sense is that most of it is based on this prediction that this VR move is actually smart. I don't think it's smart, so I wouldn't invest in this. If you think it's smart, and you think that Milady Maker is going to be one of the projects that subsist long enough to become like a big cultural part of the like VR world, if you think that's coming soon enough for Milady Maker to make it, this might be a positive investment. Though at 1.3, it's pretty expensive. It's quite a risk that you're taking. But I don't believe that. So I think that it's 5 to 10 years away. I think we're going via AR long before VR. I think the whole Minecraft thing is a dead end and a mistake. And obviously that's just my opinion, and I'm just some dude on the internet, and I'm wrong about a lot of things, so I could be wrong about that. Minecraft is virtual golf. Yeah, but no. I mean, it's just not like I could be completely wrong about this, but even like the thing is, even if they're right about this, that people in the future will play Minecraft instead of playing golf, that future is not now. It's not in a year. It's not in 5 years. Like maybe kids growing up with Minecraft and Roblox and stuff today are going to be like doing this at some point. But like before these kids actually have the sort of power that's worth, and the sort of power and wealth and influence that's worth networking with, is going to be another 20 years. Like if it's the generation of children that are living their lives online right now, especially after the pandemic and so on, before they are in positions of influence where you want to go golfing with them to chat with them and build your network, you need them to grow up and have careers and stuff, and that's like 20, 30 years from now. Is this project still going to be here in 20, 30 years? I'd be very surprised. I'd be surprised if Minecraft still exists in 20, 30 years. I mean, Minecraft is only like 10 years old or something. Um, it's this seems to me like a very very long shot thesis. If you believe in that long shot thesis, then I guess you could do worse than invest in a project like this. Although I haven't seen any kind of information about the team. I don't know who they are. They're not doxed as far as I can tell. Maybe they're doxed on their Discord, but they're not publicly doxed here. I mean, Milady Sonoro, yeah, like okay, like, but there's no that's not doxed. There's an unknown founder, could be anybody, could be Beanie for all you know, um, making a project that's costs a bunch of money and has a really long shot thesis that, I mean, I don't buy into that thesis, but other people might. Yeah, I'm not sure what else to say about this project. 8 billion people, only 10,000 million. Yeah, well, I don't know, like, and that's just such a poor argument. You have to become like, substantially big culturally before that makes a difference. You could say 100 people interested in Miladies, 10,000 Miladies. That's not such a good number ratio. Sorry for being so negative about this project today. Remember that it's, I could be completely wrong about this. It's not about my opinion about this, it's about the process that I go through. I've kind of like looked for the founders, can't be found, they're anon. I've looked for the value, I found something about the VR thing, and there's a kind of like, even if you assume that, see, that's the other thing about these kind of projects where they're basing everything on this VR pitch, like this metaverse pitch. That even if you assume that I'm completely wrong, and in 1 year's time, 1 year, and this would mean this project would have to survive 1 year, which is far from guaranteed. But let's say in 1 year's time, which is incredibly optimistic, people are moving into the metaverse in droves, and everybody's spending their time golfing on Minecraft instead of going golfing normally. And like, the rich people that you want to go golfing with are all on Minecraft instead, and so on. Even if they're right about this, like even if you give them that, why is Milady Maker the avatar of choice in that universe? What have they done that, like, what are they doing? What are they planning to do that's going to put them on the map in that respect? Yeah, they've written a white paper, but that's not exactly and like, they've crafted some land masses and whatever. I mean, that's, anybody can do that. I mean, they've done that. Everybody didn't do that. So like, there's always positiveness in, like, actually doing something rather than just talking about it. But why should they be the ones that take over? Like, even their website looks really basic. Um, and maybe there's a deliberate choice and a reason why it looks so basic, but I don't know. I can't tell why. There's nothing, no compelling pitch there. Like, I don't know why these things are selling for 1.3. It doesn't make any sense to me. If you look at, so they've gone all the way up to, they were selling at about 2, and they've gone down to 0.5 and back up to 1.3. And they're getting some volume right now as well. Like, for some reason, there's some sort of pump going on there. People are buying those. Like, you can see like the volume is quite high there. Why? I don't know why they're pumping. It doesn't make sense to me. There's no reason that I can see why this would be valuable. This is your gym booking. Ron Van Cleef, maybe a docs person? Don't know. Yeah, I feel like there's not much else for me to add here, which is unfortunate. I'd have liked to, oops, I'd have liked to have more positive things to say about this project. Okay. Some kind of light porn vibes going on there. Anyway, yeah. I don't have much else to add. I don't see that much reason from my perspective. And bear in mind, my perspective is just my perspective, and it doesn't really matter very much. But I don't see much utility other than the thing based on the metaverse thing, which I don't think is viable. And no, I wouldn't pay $3,000 to get access to a Minecraft server. You can get access to a Minecraft server and invite your friends there for much cheaper than that. And even if, like, yeah, I don't know, if there is a community there that's worth golfing with, they haven't made a case for what that is and why it's so good. So yeah, sorry if you're looking for something more positive, but I'm basing this on what I can find here. Maybe let's have a look at the Discord, if there's anything open there, which it probably isn't because they said it's members only. But let's find out if there is something there that we can, oops. Let's see. Oh, React. General Milady library. Is there anything here? Nope. No, it doesn't look like there's going to be. Oh, Minecraft announcements. Nope, don't have permission to watch it. So all the interesting stuff is probably not available. Yeah, okay. So not the most positive review. Well, so Estonia Gaming just said you've barely scratched the surface. Where is the rest then? Please tell me because I don't see like I don't see where the like please guide me like because this like this website is clearly not making the case why you should buy this. If there is a case where you should buy this, why it's going to 1.3 ETH at the moment, please point me to it and I'll do my best to review it. But right now I'm basing it on what I'm seeing here, which is a Minecraft server that costs $3,000 to access, um, with no reason to access it other than they say that the future is Minecraft. Um, so yeah, I mean, like, is there something? Am I missing something? Where is it? Where is that something that I'm missing? Where is that information? It's not on the Discord. Like, as a new user who's trying to investigate this, um, like, where is this information? Because it's not like I couldn't find it on the website. I can't find it on the Twitter. Um, like, so where is this information? That's like, where is the depth if I've only scratched the surface? And I'm not getting an answer to this at the moment. So I guess there isn't any information available. Um, it's being gate kept from you deliberately. Well, great. Then I can't do a review. It was pointless to vote for this project if it doesn't want to share any information that would invite people to actually figure out why buying this, why to buy this thing. Um, yeah. So much for that. A retrocosmic time dispersed pattern trail, cyclical eternity. Right. Yeah, well, if you want people who aren't in your cult to buy your projects, you might want to share some information to them about why they should buy it. If not, if you're happy to just remain in your cult or attract people who are looking for quick wins as something is pumping, carry on with this way. And that's totally fine by me. I think I'll close this Discord because it's very active. Right. Cool. Well, sorry there wasn't more information there. This was not the most helpful review. I enjoyed yesterday's review much better. This feels like the diametrical opposite of yesterday, where there was so much information available. It was not perfectly organized. It could have been better organized, but it was good enough. There's basically not very much. If there is something of value in this project, I couldn't find it. And I would invite the people who are running this project to consider actually talking about the stuff that like why this project is valuable, rather than just giving us a bunch of information that doesn't actually help us figure out what the utility is. So with that said, I guess it's time to wrap this up. I'll put the music back on, and I hope despite the lack of information, you found this useful in some way. To me, like if a project can't communicate information about why it's valuable, like for me that's a strong sign not to invest in it. But other people have different opinions, and that's just my opinion. So have a lovely day. I hope to see you tomorrow for another charts live stream and another project review. I think tomorrow, what are we reviewing? We'll be reviewing sorry. Well, Cool Man's Universe has actually one more vote than Milady Maker. I should have reviewed that one instead. Maybe that's like I should have checked this at the last minute and I didn't. So I'll review Cool Man's Universe tomorrow. Let's see what I find there. Cool. And if you want to vote or alter what I reviewed, just join the Discord and submit stuff for voting and then vote on it. Right, so have a wonderful day, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.